Hey guys, if you are new here, I'm a mentor in the field of AI and machine learning. I started my journey long back 12 years before as a mentor, and during this time I got exposure to multiple technologies from Java to DevOps to Python to data science and also to AI and machine learning. I have been helping corporates understand and implement applications, especially in Python, data science, and AI. So, here I'm sharing my personal experience and how I self learn and become expert in AI field. 2024 is the perfect time to jump in with the field which is growing exponentially. Today I'm gonna talk about how would I learn and start my career as data scientist if I have to start over again in 2024. But the question is, where do you begin and how much time it would take? Don't worry, I have got your back with a step-by-step roadmap to unlock your data science journey. I'll also be providing you the links to the courses from where you can start learning now. So stay tuned and make sure to watch this video till the end, and let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to AI with AI. This side Asif Imnad. Data science intersects across all the fields in AI, as you see in the image. To learn AI or to become machine learning engineer or to even learn generative AI, you need to have a good knowledge of data science. And also you need to understand what role does data scientist plays. Let me start with what is data science hierarchy of needs. Data science is all about playing with the data and finding meaningful insights from the data. You need to understand the data and find the insights of the data. But before we make data meaningful and provide it to AI and machine learning model, there are certain data pre-processing steps that we should follow. And this is what this diagram also explains. I'm just showing you data science hierarchy of needs. After this diagram, I'm gonna talk about the step-by-step approach to learn data science. Okay, but before that, we need to understand the role itself. Okay, before we proceed and discuss in detail, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you won't miss our latest videos on AI. We see you are watching our videos, but 90% are not yet subscribed. We put a lot of efforts creating these videos for you free. Keep us motivated by liking and subscribing, so YouTube algorithm will also help us reach more audience. So did you subscribe and like? Thank you. So very first thing that starts is collection of data. So unless and until I do not have a data, how can I work on the data and provide it to machine learning or to AI? So collection starts from instrumentation, from logging, from different sensors, collectors and external data, or for that matter it can also be a user generated content. So you don't need a specialization for this. A software developer can help you collect the data by using different APIs. Now the second thing that you see is once you collect the data, we need to move or store this data. So this is where your database skills will come into picture. Working with SQL, working with infrastructures, working with pipelines, working with big data, Hadoop. So all of that will come here. Even a software developer can help here, but specifically if you're only working on the big data, then data engineer is the role that actually comes under moving and storing of data. So once I collect, store the data, and next thing that I will do is explore that data. I will actually provide this data to the data scientist now, or a data engineer. Now data engineer's task here is to make data meaningful. So he will start looking at insights from the data. He will clean the data, look at if there are any anomalies in the data, or prepare the data as per their requirement, right? So this is what data engineer also does. So now I have collected, stored the data, and also explored the data. So after exploring and transformation, next thing that we need to do is to label the data or aggregate the data or generate even new features in the data. Basically, we want to make the data machine learning friendly because we provide this data to a machine, right? So machine should understand the data. It should make some sense. There should not be any null values. There should be correlated or relevant data that you should provide to a machine, right? So that's why analytics, metrics, or feature engineering will come into picture here. So you need a specialized skills here. A data scientist will perform these activities. So now my data is ready to provide to machine learning. So after collection, storing, exploring, aggregating, and labeling, making data machine learning friendly, now I will provide this data for experimentation to my machine learning model. Here, learning and optimizing need will come into picture, where I perform testing, where I train my machine learning model based on different machine learning algorithms. So this is again data science skills are required, or for that matter specifically machine learning engineers does this. And if you really want to go one step ahead, and nowadays you see a new AI assistants are coming into picture, new prompts are coming into picture like ChatGPT and Google's Gemini, so on and so forth. For that I need to learn deep learning and general artificial intelligence. For this, for sure, you need to be a machine learning engineer or a research scientist. So if this is very much clear to you, what is hierarchy of needs, what different role does come into picture while working with the data. Coming back to the topic, let me show you what is the exact roadway or a path to become a data scientist. So again, you see a nice pyramid here. At the bottom, you see a foundations. So foundations, I believe, is the most important things. So if you want to crack any interviews, you cannot directly jump to any different roles here. You cannot become data scientist or machine learning engineer for that matter. So to get placed, to crack those interviews, you need to have a strong foundation. Trust me, without the strong foundation, it will be difficult for you to crack the interviews and get your dream job. And also you'll not be able to understand how machine learning algorithms are really working behind the scenes, because machine learning is all about mathematics. That doesn't mean you'll be writing any equations, but statistical skills, analytical skills will be required so that you understand how machine learning algorithms are really working, so that you can fine tune, and knowing insights is always better. So when I talk about foundations, definitely you need to learn mathematics. In mathematics, statistics is the one area you need to understand in detail. Linear algebra, probability, and the calculus is also another areas under mathematics you need to understand. I'm not saying that you need to learn each and everything in detail, but so at least basic understanding of this is required. Alright, to learn mathematics, I have found some interesting courses from MIT. You can learn statistics for applications. Link you can find in the description again. Other than this course, one of the course which I've really liked is on the Coursera, which is specialized course Mathematics for Machine Learning. And this course covers almost everything which is required to become data scientist and machine learning engineer. The second most important thing that you require is the programming skills, obviously. After mathematics, the most important programming skill for data science, for machine learning, which is required is for sure the Python. Python is growing extensively. There are a lot of new libraries coming up. There is a huge demand for Python. So I'll definitely prefer Python over R language. So all you need to learn in Python is again the basics, the data structures like arrays, lists, trees, tuples, dictionaries, what are functions, loops, and definitely the object-oriented programming. So once you understand basics of Python and basics of math, you are good to go ahead and your basics are strong. To learn Python for free, I don't want you to spend even a single penny for Python, because a lot of tutorials are already available for Python. You can go to W3C schools. From this is where I have learned Python and bunch of different programming languages as well. And if you don't like, you can also find end-to-end tutorials on Python on YouTube. So here in W3C schools, you can see everything in detail, step by step. You can also try it yourself. So here we have an inbuilt interpreter. That's why I prefer using W3C schools, especially for Python. So once the foundation is done, step 1 is done, we will proceed ahead with the data analysis skill. By the way, how much time you should spend on the foundations part? Let me show you that here in the roadmap. Actually, this roadmap is the maximum time that I have shown here, but you don't need to spend this much time. And first thing, go slowly. And if you're learning everything from basics to advanced, then this is the time which is required. Otherwise, you just have to spend about 5 to 6 days for learning basics of Python. For again, maths and statistics, you can spend about 10 to 15 days. And for advanced Python, which is nothing but libraries in Python for data science like NumPy, Pandas, again 10-15 days are more than enough. This is maximum time that I have specified here. If you have already some experience, within 3 months, you'll be able to complete this roadmap. If you dedicatedly learn data science for 2 to 3 hours every day, then for sure your success is not so far. Okay, so for mathematics and for basics of Python, you can spend about a month here. Then again, coming back to the second step, the second thing that you need to learn is the data analysis part. In data analysis, the most important part that you will be learning is visualizing the data, getting insights from the data. Whenever you get a data, you plot the data. Unless and until you don't visualize, unless and until you don't plot the data, it will be difficult for you to make a sense in the data. So that is why mastering the art of extracting insights from the data and presenting them clearly is really important. And how do you do that? You will be again using Python libraries to perform data analysis. You'll be using NumPy for statistics. You'll be using Pandas for performing SQL-like queries on the tables on data frames, Matplotlib for plotting, Seaborn again for advanced graphs and plots. There are some more Python libraries nowadays which I really prefer. These are interactive plots such as HoloViews and Plotly and Bouquet. These are some really interesting libraries. For these, I have already created some examples in our machine learning playlist. If you are really interested, you can check out our machine learning playlist from our channel. For data analysis and the visualization, the course which really interests me is available on the Coursera. It is Data Visualization with Python, available by IBM, which covers all the Python libraries which will help you analyze and visualize data. This is sufficient, but other than this, I have two more courses: Applied Machine Learning in Python by University of Michigan. Then we also have one more course on Coursera, Data Science Math Skills. You can choose whichever you like, but I would prefer Data Visualization with Python and Applied Machine Learning in Python. These courses are sufficient to become data scientist expert. And again, a maximum 1 month time is required to learn data analysis skills. Then the most important step that comes in our journey as a data scientist is machine learning. So actually it depends on organization to organization. Sometimes if you are completely beginner, you are completely new, then you might not be working on the machine learning part. Maximum time, 60 to 80% of your time as a data scientist, you will be spending on the data for analyzing, for cleaning, for making data ready for machine learning. Then machine learning engineer's task is only to understand which algorithm will best fit and how do I get better and better accuracy. How do I tune my model? How do I make my predictions better and better? So that's what machine learning engineer's task will be. And in some of the organization, in most of the organizations, data scientists will also be doing this. Okay, so in machine learning, you'll need to learn supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning algorithms. I at least believe supervised and unsupervised learning is must that you should learn. And trust me, this part is really interesting. You will be learning how to evaluate and improve the performance of your machine learning models. Okay, I have every concept and algorithm explained in detail with the examples. A special playlist I have made just for machine learning, which has already been created and published on our YouTube channel so that you can learn everything step by step. So I recommend watching you these videos starting from the scratch. So you see some videos here, what is artificial intelligence, those who are starting completely new, to roadmap to learn machine learning, how it works, what are the different types of machine learning, the very first algorithm, how will you build it, what is the math behind linear regression, how will you set up your machine learning tools and libraries, everything from the scratch you will able to find in this playlist. So I urge you to go through this playlist and learn step by step, and I promise that you will be master at least in machine learning. So how much time you should spend on machine learning? Again, machine learning requires some special dedication and the time, so I recommend about a month or 1.5 months to learn machine learning. So 1 month for basics of Python, statistics and probability, and also a visualization you can complete in a month, and machine learning will require again a 1 more month. So within 2 months you will be at the machine learning stage, right? So 5 months will not be required for sure. About 2 to 3 months is sufficient to reach till this stage. After machine learning, so this is completely up to you. So if you want to deep dive into more complex areas of data science to enhance your skill set, something extraordinary, and you want to become a part of big MNCs like Google, Microsoft, Tesla and Meta, then you have to be master in the deep learning area, because this is where a lot of requirement is happening and coming in the recent times, where you need to understand and learn natural language processing, computer vision, you need to explore neural networks, deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch. How do you work with the text data? How do you work with the sentiment analysis? How do you work with the time series analysis? So this part you'll have to learn if you really want to jump into, computer vision and LLM kind of models, where you become a part of applications like AI assistants like ChatGPT and Gemini, which actually mix humans. Here for deep learning, you'll have to choose what is the area you want to focus more. Especially for deep learning, I'm not saying that you have to learn everything, but you have to specialize and you have to choose one path, one branch here, because in NLP, there are a lot of other things. In computer vision, there are a lot of other things. So you will select the area of expertise that you need to require to get your dream job. right? Maybe only working with LLM models will help you land up in dream job and for sure give you high paychecks. For deep learning, I prefer two courses here. One is from MIT, which is Introduction to Deep Learning. This course is really interesting and in-depth, which will also cover some of the fundamentals. So I urge you to go through this course. I have kept the link in the description. And if you don't like this course, then the second course that I would prefer is Deep Learning Specialization course on Coursera. Choose one of these courses for deep learning. And last but not the least, which you see at the top of this pyramid, is real-world projects and the case studies. If you do not develop any real projects, then it is only theory. You'll not be eligible to go for the interviews, because data science is not about theory. It is about doing practice. It is about creating your own projects, creating your own GitHub repository, communicating with different communities, participating in Kaggle competitions. So real world projects will actually help you bridge the gap between that theoretical knowledge you gathered and the practical applications in the field of data science. Trust me, this field is the most important one. So as you learn, make sure you try it immediately. Don't think that you are late. Data science is emerging and there is a huge demand going ahead in the future for the decades. It's not about for 1 year or 2 years. For decades, these skills will be required. So sit straight, start learning this and spend enough time on each step here. Don't hurry, don't get confused with all the steps. You can keep learning and keep evolving over the time. So this is a journey, it's not the destination. So all I'm saying here is don't forget to create your own project portfolio and get a repository of your work, and keep practicing. From Kaggle.com is the really nice website from where you can get the datasets, some problem statements, and also you can participate in the competitions. And finally, as I said, Kaggle.com is a Bible for you if you want to become a data scientist, if you want to become machine learning engineer. Then this is a community where you can find the datasets, where you can find the examples to create your own machine learning models, where you can participate in the competitions. So go through this website and search some amazing datasets and start working on these datasets. And one more thing which I have not mentioned in this pyramid is for sure the soft skills and the domain knowledge. Unless and until you do not have communication skills, it becomes very difficult for you to get that job and crack the interviews. So you need to have the ability to explain complex data to non-technical stakeholders. So you might be working with the really technical guy, the developers, and at the same time, or you might be facing the client who doesn't have any understanding of those technical terms. So you need to fill that gap, right? You need to have a problem solving skills, you need to have a analytical skills, you need to have a communication skills, and these are the soft skills which are required not only in the data science, but I believe in general if you want to really grow in your career. And lastly, before I close, data science is not the destination, it is a journey. So continuous learning is required. Keep up to date with the rapidly evolving field and find your niche. You need to engage in learning through the courses, webinars and conferences and the community. And importantly, make sure to follow Data Science Enthusiast on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter and on YouTube for sure. And that's how we come to an end of this video. If you have any questions regarding the same, let us know in the comment below. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and the colleagues. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Till then, take care and bye bye.